Hey guys, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna continue working on the this character. So I did part one. The very first beginning of this was the sketch, was the quick the breakdown of the shapes, the oval, the egg chest shape with the egg cut out for the rib cage, the action line I started with, the box for the hips, um, the shoulders and the hips working and juxtaposition to each other. Okay, and then I laid down using three-dimensional cylinders. I laid down the overall shape of the arms, legs, hands. Okay, so I did that, and then the second part, which is a video. Which that part, the reason I'm explaining it was I don't have a video of it. I just did it. I did it during my class actually, so I didn't record it. Well, the recording is I can't show you because it has students in it. So the second half then I worked on my own. So I recorded it, and now I'm working on the third part, which I'm going to record and work on it as well. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to jump in. Okay, so I'll bring up my brush, and I was doing something totally different, so I have to go back to using a brush that I can use. Okay, and change my colors to colors that I'm going to want to use while I'm drawing. Okay, and get my brush down to a size that I would actually draw with, which is I'll just go with a 3. That works. Okay. All right. So, bring my monitor into position so I can work with it here. All right. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw on this, and I'm going to play music from the YouTube free music library, so that way you're not just listening to silence while I work. So let's go ahead and whatever's going to play, it's kind of random and it's just going to play. So, and it's really loud. I'm going to turn it down. Sorry about that. Probably was so loud it probably blew you out. Blew out your speakers. All right. Turn it down a little bit so that it's not overwhelming me talking either. Okay. So let's jump into this. And I don't really have too much. I didn't have a character brief or anything on this. I just was going from a rough start. I didn't even have a silhouette. I just was working from. I did use this shape, so I kind of had a more or less a silhouette from this shape. And I'm going with influence from this character, especially the colors on the coloring, especially this copper. I really like this copper color. The kind of Iron Man-ish space armor. And I was going with her face originally, but I don't know, it's an interesting face. But I ended up sticking a little closer to this face, I think, at the end. But it's fine. Alright, so let's just go from here. I went with the body movement because I really liked it. So, but instead of a skateboard, I've given her a weapon of some sort. Alright, so first thing I did was I worked out a basic face, and now I'm going to work out what the character's going to be wearing. Okay, and I'm still in the blue sky kind of stage of this. I'm still just pre-production mode. I don't know what layer I'm on. Okay, here's the clothes. Alright, so. Alright, and like I said, I'm not even for sure what what I'm making here. I'm just gonna freeform. I remember not liking this song last time I was listening to this. So I'll go on to the next song. Okay, sorry. All right. Okay, so. All right. So it's got some kind of like a Han Solo type vest on here. Okay. So it's like a Han Solo type vest with pockets, and put some kind of clasps there on it. I don't know why, but all right. Now, I just like putting metal arms on characters, so why not? Why not give her a metal arm? It's funny. I had a story about a character that from my story, which is a main character, has a metal arm, and at the time when I was probably at least 15 years ago, I was concepting the character, and at the time I was living I was in Philippines at the time, and we were at the pool, and there was a little boy, and he had one arm missing. I don't know from birth or what. I don't know the story behind it. He was friends with my children. Anyway, so they were playing at the pool one day, and I was watching my kids at the pool, and I was working on the character design, and I was like, you know what? What if the girl had a prosthetic arm? The character. So I made a prosthetic arm, and I don't know if it's just because you know how you buy a red card, and all of a sudden you see red cards everywhere. I noticed then later that there seemed to be so many female characters with prosthetic robotic arms. So I probably already, it was probably already out there in existence, I'm sure, and I probably had saw it, and that's where I was. I don't know, I just didn't realize I saw it. I don't know, but so anyway, but I do like putting the robotic prosthetic arms because they're just fun to draw. So I see the new Mortal Kombat movies coming out soon, and they're going to explain how the character Jax gets his prosthetic arms, it looks like. Which should be cool. So the hand... scale of the hand here, I think it's gotta be I don't know why I put this little kind of like little thing off the end of it. I don't know, off the elbow. Actually, seems like it would be irritating, but I'm gonna put it on there anyway. Okay. Put belts. I kind of did some of this already. I'm just kind of going over it again, working through it. So. Oh, and it looks like I put some kind of extra body armor besides this one I just did. So, two types of designs going on here. What's this? Okay. So what I think I'll do with all three of these layers, I think I'll put them all together. merge these layers together. Then I'm going to lower the opacity on it, because it's getting a little messy now. And then I'll go through and clean it up. So I'll make another pass now. And try to make another layer above that. Try to do a clean layer on there. Okay. So, and I'm going to actually switch over to just the straight round brush. To eliminate some of the other one is a more pressure sensitive brush. And to be honest with you, I've got to push so hard to get the pressure to work on it. So I gotta go ahead and I don't want to take the sensitivity. I guess I could. I just take the pressure sensitivity off altogether. Just do a clean line drawing here. Now, doing that, I'm losing my line weight. I'll put it back. Let's see, I'm still gonna get the darkness and lightness. This one is the Alright, so where was I at? So I'm working this through here with the design. So this line I put in already. I kind of gotta fake the line weight with the eraser a little bit, but I also think that I made it at the wrong angle, so let's try it again. Let's try this again. Let's go back to this. Actually, what I need to do is I need to go into my settings in my Cintiq and adjust the pressure sensitivity. I've got it set at too hard of pressure. That's why I have to push so hard to make the pressure sensitivity settings work. So I keep forgetting to do it, to be honest with you. So, and I always just complain about it instead of actually doing something about it and fixing it. Okay. See that when I put it on? I mean, I'm really pushing down hard on that thing. So, actually, let me see here if I can adjust the sensitivity in it real fast. Pressure sensitivity. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll fix it later. It's not that important. It is important, but I'm not going to stop in the middle of the demo to do it. I'll do it later. Just push down a little bit harder. Alright, so alright, so now she has these belts on. Also has this arm. I think the line drawing of the character, I might lower the opacity on it just a little bit too, just a little bit, so I can focus on the clothes for a minute. Yeah. And I can always come back and fix it. So, now not only the clothes right here, I'm actually working on the character's thumb, the curve of the hand here, and the knuckle. And the other knuckle. The hand, and then the finger, then the other knuckle, curve of the, and then the pinky finger. And this one, the pinky finger only has 2 parts. Okay. It comes back, and then there's the ball of the hand here. Okay. Now, we're just gonna leave it like that. And then the wrist joints, since I want to make this a robotic wrist joint, so maybe here you go. So now this part of the arm, I've actually got to change the angle that I put on it. That's twist of the arm. So I like to put these big oversized pivot points on the joints. Aesthetically, this would move this over a little bit. I don't even know what this little design at the end of it is, but whatever. Maybe she elbows and stabs people with it, I don't know. So then the shoulder. Simulated tricep muscle there. I'm assuming it's robotics, but it could be kind of simulated muscle structure for the robotics there. Circles always look good. Then I have some kind of wires. Wires and tubes are always fun to put in there. Okay, that's how it connects to her. And maybe she's got the 80s, those little 80s members only little things on there. That didn't do anything, but we all wanted them. Little shoulder things. I remember having the. Oh, I guess I put that one up a little high, but I remember having that 80s only, the members only jacket. That's what everybody wore, those jackets. And I always wondered what that was for. I always felt that I was somehow out of the loop. I didn't know. The shoulder here, you can see it. I always thought I didn't know what those were. I was always like, what are those for? Why do I not know? Like, I missed the memo, if you will. I wasn't quite cool enough to know why they had those. Okay. And this hand, let's see here. She's holding this, and I'm not for sure what it is she's holding, but we'll just put in a kind of a hand structure here. I don't know what she's holding. I'll put it in. I'll put the hand in kind of. We can fill it in later what she's actually holding. So, all right, that can wait. So here, and she's got probably holsters or something over here. All right, and she definitely has a holster over here. So some type of a, I don't know, firearm of some sort in there. Okay. All right. A little design on it. And then I have a strap right here for the, keeps the gun in its holster. And maybe the holster has a cuff here with a belt that holds it on there. And then this one, since this leg, let's see, if you were looking at this leg, you actually can come down a little bit. I got the angle wrong on it. So here it's loop around the holster. And put the cuff on there, the bracket. I always put the, okay, all right. And this belt has the buckle out here. And put the buckle, and the edge of the buckle comes in, and maybe we'll have a it's kind of a design multi belt, so this belt goes right into that buckle too. They both connect, and this one probably has a same kind of a thing that's here, would be here. Buckles always look good. They add a texture and a feel, and maybe even like a little bit of a reality to something. So this is going to be this belt here will come around and go over top of this one. And it's going to be connected to something else, maybe back here, I don't know what. She's got something else back there, I don't know, another pack or something. Okay, her hip. Maybe this belt has some kind of a utility belt type bullets or something on it, I'm not for sure what. It's got another clip there. Okay, so and maybe her shirt is kind of, her shirt's tucked in right here, whatever this is, or So the front of her pants. Let's see here, this design. Okay. Once again, same situation. But this is gonna be. All right. And it's funny how lighter my line got again after I. All right. So let's finish this up. And it's going to be a little bit of, you can see where the kind of pulls in just a little bit right there where the thing. Now her knee, see here the knee on this thing. So the knee is going to take up some space. So the knee. Well, here I like this knee thing. So she's got this kind of a structural. It's not a knee pad, but like a top of the belt or whatever this is, on top of the boot. Okay, so we're kind of basing it off this a little bit. This is really cool looking, so we'll go ahead and kind of go from that a little bit. Okay. Into her boot. Then just got to reproduce that design. Again on this boot. But from the side angle. So some three-dimensionality to it. All right. This arm and this rifle or spear or whatever it is going to be, we'll work that out later. Okay. So see here, this design, she's got belts and things like that. Okay. So we're going with the same kind of thing, but we've got the vest here. I drew heavily from this design, some from this design, and this one that is like. Okay. So I like it though. Looks good. So, let's go in. So now, I think we can. Yeah, get that design out of there so it cleans it up a little bit. And then we just got to go in and just totally clean it up 100%. All right, so what is this? Okay, that's her body. So all right, so I think we got it more or less all worked out here. All right, so it's all worked out enough. Well, actually, I don't like this foot. I don't like the angle it's at. I think that needs a little bit of something. The wrong angle. Oh, I see what that was. Cleaning up the bottom of that foot. There you go. That's better. we go. Alrighty. Yeah, what is that? I don't know what that is. Okay. So there's that. So one more layer on top of that one. Okay. So this layer, I will once again go back to this layer, turn down the opacity again. And then go back to this layer. Now this layer will be the official line layer that we're going to use for painting. And I'll just keep doing cleaner and cleaner line layers until I get it all cleaned up. Alright. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to literally pause the video, fix my settings, and come back. So, let's do that. Pause the video. Is there a way to pause it? So this is the program I'm using right here to record. I think there's a pause right here. Okay, it's recording again. All right, so meanwhile, I found out that my Wacom driver has totally stopped working, and the reason I can't get the pressure sensitivity to work correctly is because the Wacom is not even, it doesn't even see it, even though that's what I'm working on. So, instead of stopping the video, I'm going to continue working, and I'm just going to continue working, and I'm not going to worry about it. So, I can work around it. Not a big deal. Alright, so let's go back and grab my try this one right here. Okay. The sensitivity still sort of works, so we'll go with that. Doesn't get as dark as I want, but it's okay. I'm gonna put the smoothing on a little bit. Alright, and let's go ahead and just draw this in. Yeah. Okay. The smoothing's on to help make my line not so shaky. I don't know what that is. It's just a design element. Okay. move this thing over every time a little bit more. It's okay. I think that's right this time. The last few times I did it, I don't think it was correct, so perspective wise. And I'm working freehand perspective here, so there's always a chance that I am screwing the perspective up in something. I've been doing this long enough that I'm usually not that far off with my perspective. But you never know. So like I said, my Wacom pressure sensitivity settings are actually not even on right now. So, and the funny thing is, I don't know how long they've been off, but I've been messing with this thing for a while, so Wacom notoriously loses its just settings. Great product, but if you own a Wacom product, especially Cintiq, because I usually have been working in Cintiqs for so long that I have experienced that same issue multiple times, so you probably know what I'm talking about. I haven't actually worked with a tablet in a while, so they may experience it as well. Probably. It just forgets the driver. I don't know what's going on with it. So these two obviously are overlapping, but I don't know if can I do this? I don't think I did this. If I did on the last one. I did this part, I'm almost positive. No, I didn't. You know what this line is? It just, oh, it's the old line. It kind of looks like a design, so I put it in. So this is the new line. Bring back my designs. nodules in here of wires and whatnot to connect under the surface. All right, and then it's like a stitch line in there. For the vest. I had these are fabric folds for this kind of shirt here that I guess is tucked in or something. Where it's being pulled slightly by the belt. So the belt, buckle, I really probably should work on the belt design a little bit more. I did it kind of quickly. Bullet things here? Maybe. This is too big. This is going to have to be kind of hidden by the buckle a little bit. This is where it comes together into the belt. So how does this belt join? So let's put an interesting... I always like to make interesting buckles for the belts. A little bit of a distance here in it. Matches on here. Maybe it has a couple little notches in it or something. It's very utilitarian, I guess. So right here it has a little notch. Little design notch. Together. Right. And then here, this belt has a hexagon. And the hexagon design on the sides of the hexagon is where the buckles of the belt come into the up there. Okay. So this is solid here. Across there, there. And then this belt goes down in here, has a thickness to it. And this is going to be some type of another clip thing. Secures the belt. Okay. It's got a thickness to it as well, and another cuff on the side of it joins the rest of the belt. Now, when the belt comes down to curves, it's not going to go flat against your skin. It's going to kind of angle there like that, stick up a little bit. The skin, well, the pant leg anyway, is right there. Maybe something's on this belt buckle. I don't know. A little design. This piece of belt goes into this. This has a thickness to it. Okay. This is a thickness you wouldn't be able to see. The angle it's at, you wouldn't be able to see that part. There you go. So this one would actually come down and be a little bit of a curve to it. There you go. Alright, and then here, this belt. And we're going to do another one of those same three-dimensional buckle things. Alright, and then it comes down. Now this one is going to go into this holster. Okay, so you've got the holster here. I'm going to put a couple little circles on here. I don't know what they are. Those are design circles of some sort. So this one comes into this holster. So the holster, I don't know, it's made out of fabric, leather, I don't know what, but it's right here, so it's gotta come down. Now it's gotta have a little bit of a thickness to it. Okay. Remember, everything has things have a thickness to them. Don't forget that when you're designing something, nothing is thin. It's paper thin. Well, it's a piece of paper, but most things to look realistic, you've got to put some thickness to them. So this pistol, I have no design for it at the moment. I'm just going to randomly make up some kind of squarish shapes. Kind of gives the general resemblance of a pistol of some sort. Bottom on the pistol there. Butt of it. So maybe even a I might have something hang from it later, but at the moment I'll just leave it the way it is. So it'll work for the moment. Okay. Close enough. All right. Down, and then back here was another bag of some sort, or a pack or something. Back on her back of her belt, this belt right here, which would come down and into that area. Okay. This holster. A bracket of some sort right here that would allow this to connect to it. This is that belt right there. It comes out and it turns. It goes around, it has a thickness to it. Okay. And this holster down a little farther. Keep the line of the gun is filling in this, adding volume to this holster, so you gotta make sure you leave room for the volume of the gun and the barrel of the gun. And then I had a little design on there. Things like that just add to your artwork on it. Alright, so then this is a lot of the stuff I actually fill in when I paint it. I kind of fill in a lot of those kind of things when I paint it. But if I was doing a line drawing, just a line drawing, this is around her leg and goes back up. Alright, and this would be, you can see a little bit of a thickness to it right there. And maybe even an edge on it. Okay. Dimensionality of the shape. Form. Let me back out and see how this looks. As long as you get really close and you start doing a lot of detail, you lose the... I think it's looking good so far. Alright. So, all I gotta do left is the other belt, other side of the belt. And then I gotta go down and do the boots. And then just come in and finish her hand and her face and her hair, and then we can get into the painting phase. The drawing phase will be done. Alright. Okay. And drawing phase again. So this holster
drives me insane. Don't lie to me. Don't fry.
So that holster but the leg line comes in a little bit. I don't want it to be too distorted by that, but we'll distort it slightly.
Samurai sword on my back.
So remember three-dimensionality of the... Okay, so I gotta kind of follow this very loose drawing I had here in here of what this knee construct, if you will, look like.
Stop.
don't need it totally. You can leave a little bit to imagination. If you're building it in 3D, 3D modeling, yeah, you would definitely build it all out. If you really want to fully work it all out, you could do a separate drawing of it. So the leg muscles would actually come in here. Okay. Alright, so we'll leave that. That's close enough. And then this has a thickness to it here. So like here. Okay. There. Yeah, I want this song to stop. And then I like the idea of these kind of like weird boot tennis shoes. So they're sort of like Converse. But they're like space boots at the same time. Even have the cross hatching of Converse. I might texture that to a separate texture later, but for the moment, it'll work. Okay, so real Converse are going to have a little bit of a fold in the design there, and a little bit of the kind of the toe-ish kind of build there to it. A little bit of implied shape. I like that. Alright, that works perfect. Okay, so now we do the other one. We just gotta try to figure out this one from the side view. I do that all the time. I'll do something like, okay, how does that look like when you turn it sideways? That's part of being a concept artist. This is what you do. You figure out what things look like. You make them up. Your job is to make stuff up. It's a fun job. It's a great job. Oops. I'm just going to undo that one totally. It's too big. Okay. So it looks like in this one we had some pieces coming in here like this. And then we had this come into a piece here, went like this. We had another piece that come down there and did that. Strap here, and then we had a part that came like that, goes down, goes back and up, so like that, just like that, and then it comes down over on the other side, so you would lose. You can see it like this. Okay, and then add a straight line, straight line, straight line. And it has this kind of angle, come down, pivot point, ending to it. Right? Yeah. Pretty close. Okay. And then this, I had the converse part of it. So I had the lace over here, lace coming that way, lace coming this way, and then it goes, and you have the rings, fold of the shoe, back, which you can't see on that side, the back of the shoe, the side of that toe that I was talking about, indent. So it's kind of indent. That has the cross hatching on it. Yeah, this has the bottom part here. And then, like I said, painting, I end up changing some of this in painting anyway. But I think it works. Alright, so let's look at that. Let's back out. Yep, I think that works. I just gotta fix. Let me close the layer below it, clean it up. There you go. There you go, much better. It looks nice and clean now. Now I got left is the actual physical form under it. So, alright, so give me a second. I have a jacket on right now because I was cold earlier. Now I'm hot, so give me a second. Get my jacket off. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to sit there and look at it, back up and look at it a little bit. Make sure it's what I want. Yep, I like it. Alright, so, oops. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, like I said, recap real fast. So what I did was, I went through, I picked out some selection of what I wanted to work from, basically, like a mood board type selections. I liked this pose, so I showed my class how you break this into shapes, and then I drew it over here, basically. And now I'm to this point. Okay. So part one of this video is done in my class, the very, very beginning of it, where I actually draw the figure. So I can't share it with you because it has students, and I'm not. You just can't. I can't put students publicly on my website, or on my YouTube channel. So instead, I went ahead and I made a second part, and then this is the second part privately. Well, whatever, not privately, you know what I mean. And so this is what we're. Oops. I gave her a guy finger. She have a guy thumb. There you go, female thumb. And then her fingers, technically, they're gonna wrap around whatever this is. I haven't decided what's even going here yet. I can fix this hand later, but oops, looks like a claw now. I gotta fix it. All right, let me zoom back in. I'm going too fast trying to finish it. Okay. So, cylinder of the finger. Right there. It's the last part of the finger. And the fingernail. Okay. Alright, but it's got a little bit, has a little bit more space. And the middle finger, cylinder. Bottom piece of that finger and the fingernail. Okay. It does look like a monster hand, doesn't it? Okay, so it's going to slightly go under. And then this one's gonna. Okay. Let's the fingernails. I can't put the fingernails on there because it looks like a monster hand. I'll leave those off there. So clean those up a little bit. So her finger, her hand is around something. I don't know what this is yet. Something's gonna go in there, but okay. This part right here is probably gonna get reworked because of that. So I'm not too stressed about that part. It doesn't look right. Doesn't look right. Because right now it's a work in progress right there. I'll figure something out for that hand in a minute. Alright, so we're there. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put some bracelets on her. Some designs. She's got some kind of jewelry on or something. Maybe she's even got an armband of something, like a data pad or something on this arm. Maybe it's got a double latch. I don't know. Alright. It's not very clean, but okay. Alright, so that's fine. So I moved her arm back a little bit from this arm, sticks out more. My arm probably on actually the wrong angle. When I did it, it is. Now I'm looking at it, I didn't see that before. Now I'm looking at it, it is wrong. Edit. Cut. Fix her arm. It can happen. Simple enough. There you go. That back, the arm data pad, whatever this thing is, put it back on there with some bracelets too. This goes out ahead of it though. Okay. Edge of the character. This right here will be whatever's going in there. Probably a rifle or something. Yeah, that looks better. Alright, so let's save it. Call it a _1. Alright, and then now we're going to go in and only thing I'm going to do now is do the line work on the face, and then I'm going to quit for tonight. I'll do a separate painting video. Just finish up the line drawing on it right now. Like I said, so even my line drawing isn't totally 100% set in stone at the moment. Because my line drawing is not set in stone for the moment, because I'm going to paint it, and I often change last minute things when I'm painting. eye has lashes too. Thick lashes at the bottom and especially on the top. Maybe too thick. I might have made them too thick. But ear. Earring. I'm not sure if I like where the eyes are at right now, but we'll go with it for the moment. Kind of interlacing it together. And then here is the kind of buzz cut part of it, and then have laces together into a I don't know if it's a braid. They're braids, but they're little braids. Maybe I'll even put some things in them. I'm not for sure. But okay, back of her neck. All right, that's good. Okay, that's where we'll stop. Neck muscles. We don't want to do too much. I don't show too much of that because you have too many lines on her, and it becomes unattractive. There we go. Take the underline drawing away. You fit on screen. It's not bad. Oh, we just still missed part of her leg. Come in and fix that now. Yep. Oh, I have the eraser on. I was like, why am I can't make a line? This part of this leg here. Oh, I see what I gotta fix on her face. See, when you take the other lines away, you miss a couple things like the top of the eye. Right. Okay. I don't know if I want that line there or not, but it's gonna get painted over anyway, so looks like this is a flame because I was testing the brush out right there. She's holding some kind of fire right there. I don't know what she's holding yet. I haven't figured that out yet. I'll put something in there before I do the painting, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to stop here for tonight. And videos gets too long and nobody wants to watch them. So let me save it. We'll leave it right there. It's fine. Yeah, sword place. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna end it now, and we'll continue the next part.